Today's video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. So summer has officially started, or at least a lot of the kids are getting out of school, which means a lot of people are traveling. And did you know that having a VPN can actually help you while traveling? It can keep you protected while you're on different public Wi-Fi networks. And if you're visiting a country where the internet's restricted, you can make your IP address think it's in a different country, which means you can actually use the internet. One of my favorite things to do with a VPN is to actually sign into Netflix in a bunch of different countries, which allows you to watch different content that's not normally available where you're normally at. So there's a lot of different ways that you can use a VPN and you always feel protected. And Surfshark VPN even sent the code Gamesky for you guys to use, where you can get up to 3 months free of trying their service. All of the information is linked in the description. And again, I'd like to thank Surfshark for sponsoring today's video. All right, guys. So today's video is on the brand new SoundPEATS Engine 4. This is the newest pair of earbuds from SoundPEATS that's released as of today. And in my opinion, I think this is their best overall value when it comes to earbuds, especially the features and everything that you're getting for the price. These do come in retailing at $59, although because they were released today, there's an early bird price and a little coupon box that you can check off on Amazon. So you can actually pick these up for only $41. And once you hear all of the features and everything that you're getting, you'll see why I think this is a hell of a bargain. But we'll talk about all that. We're going to talk about what all comes inside the box and talk about the sound. But let's go ahead and start with some of the features. Now, this pair has Bluetooth 5.3, but it is also high-res audio wireless certified because it has LDAC support. So that is some of the best Bluetooth codec that you're going to get so that you're not hearing compression in your audio. So if you're using an Android device, because you can't take advantage of this if you're going to be using them with an iPhone, this is a very impressive Bluetooth codec to have. And on top of that, it's also using dual dynamic drivers, and they are a 6mm and a 10mm coaxial driver. Now, these are drivers that SoundCore usually uses in their earbuds, but you're getting two of these crammed into both earbuds, which is really being pushed quite a bit when it comes to the sound. But we'll talk about that once we get to the sound. Now, this pair also has multi-point connection, so you can connect to more than one device at a time. But if you are going to use multi-point, it will not let you use LDAC. It's just not two things that can work at the same time. But this pair also has a gaming mode. So on top of having Bluetooth 5.3, which is really good about cutting out lag with movies and videos and games, having that gaming mode to be able to switch into is a huge plus. So this is an excellent pair if you're going to just use them for all different types of media. Now, another thing is these do work with SoundPEATS app, and I am going to say that the first thing you're going to want to do, and the fact that they can do it is a huge plus, is update them, because there were some issues like pre-release with some connection. I did notice there were some reviews that were already talking about that, but this is luckily something that's already been fixed in a firmware update. So that is something you're going to want to do right out the gate. But also within the app, it has adaptive EQ, so you kind of go through a listening test, so it can kind of guess about the EQ settings that you want. And I think it did a fairly decent job. I still found that I like the EQ settings that it has right out of the box, but there's also custom EQing, so you can go in and just kind of dial the EQ settings around the way that you want. Also within the app, you can disable the touch controls. So if you're going to be, maybe outdoors running where you might have to adjust the earbuds a little bit, disabling touch controls means you're not going to have those accidental touches so that it's not turning up the volume or changing your tracks or anything like that. Now, if you are going to use these outdoors, they do come in with an IPX4 rating. I would have liked to have seen a higher IP rating, mainly because these don't have active noise canceling. Most earbuds that have noise canceling sit around IPX4. I would have liked to have seen an IPX6 or possibly an IPX7, so you have better protection against water if you happen to accidentally drop them into water. But rain, splashes, sweat, all of those things you're going to be fine against. Now, as far as what all they've included in the box, you do get 3 sets of silicone ear tips. It does come with a USB-C cable, which you're going to have to use because this pair does not have Qi wireless charging. Also, there's no fast charging on this pair, other than it takes 2 hours to fully charge these. But speaking of the charging, battery life is very impressive on this pair. Now, if you're going to use these with the LDAC turned off, because that is going to drain a little bit more battery, you can get up to 12.5 hours on the earbuds themselves and about 43 hours using the case. But if you're going to use LDAC, it's going to dial it back to probably under 10 hours on the earbuds and probably closer to around 35 hours using the case. So do keep that in mind. If you're going to use LDAC or a gaming mode, it's going to pull that battery life down. Now moving over to looking at the actual case and the earbuds, the case is glossy and it is a fingerprint magnet. Like there's no way around it. I really wish they would have gone with a matte design just to keep from showing fingerprints. But the case has a USB-C input on the bottom, and then the indicator light so that you can gauge how much battery life is on the case is actually located underneath the lid. It's right between both earbuds. And speaking of the earbuds, I really like the textured grip that they put around the outside. It makes it really easier to grip the earbuds, kind of pulling them out of the case, but also adjusting them in your ears. You can kind of see some of the inside because they went with a see-through look right around where the ear tips are located. And these earbuds do use touch controls, and I am happy to say that they give you control over everything. Now, this is a huge plus because SoundPEATS is really bad about not giving you the ability to go back to the previous track, but luckily they have it on this pair, so you have your play, your pause, your ability to turn your volume up, down, skip your tracks forward, go backwards, and also the ability to switch it into that gaming mode, all from the earbuds themselves. Now, if you are going to use these earbuds for phone calls, the mics, I think, are doing a very good job of picking up my voice. And also in noisy environments, they do a pretty decent job of blocking out all of the stuff around me. But you guys can be a judge by listening to a test here. So here's the mic test using the SoundPEATS Engine4. And overall, I'm pretty impressed with the mic quality. It does definitely sound a little bit digital, but this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call. And so now here's the mic test with the crowd noise being played, which you can hear here. And so this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call in public. So now let's talk about the sound, because the dual dynamic coaxial drivers are doing such an impressive job with the audio quality. It is definitely not something you would think that you could get for under $50 because the bass is very tight and very punchy. So it does have a decent amount of impact, but it is very quick. This works well with genres like metal or anything where there's just so much going on. You do not have to worry about it sounding congested or muddy. This is the furthest thing from that, but you're still able to feel the impact of bass, but it is just much quicker than a lot of other earbuds in this price range. Same thing with the mids and the treble. The mids are just dialed up just enough so that it allows it to stand out, especially in genres where there's a lot going on. You can hear a lot of characteristics in male and female vocalists. Guitars sound really good with these earbuds, and the treble has a fairly bright but not near harsh sound to them. So you're hearing a lot of details. They're not overdoing it with the treble, but they're not overdoing it with the bass either. It's one of those earbuds that you're not going to have ear fatigue from. It's not going to be, where you have to just kind of take them out to take a break, because it's not really trying to be too aggressive, but it does have a very fun sound signature while also at the same time sounding very, very open. And as far as being able to tell where different sounds are coming from, this pair has absolutely no issues with this either. And in my opinion, this is up there to be one of the best, if not the best, earbud that SoundPEATS has produced when it comes to sound alone. So if I'm going to kind of grade it based off each category or each genre, if you mainly listen to pop and hip hop, I would give these a 9. If you mainly listen to rock and metal, I also give these a 9. Same thing with easy listening, because again, what it's doing with vocalists is very impressive in this price range, so I give it a 9 here as well. And if you're going to use these for gaming or movies or videos or all that different types of media, they get a 10 here. Because of the Bluetooth 5.3 and because of the gaming mode, lag is just not an issue with this pair. And so my overall opinion on these is I give them a solid 9. And from a value standpoint, in my opinion, this is a 10. I do think some people are obviously going to be missing that Qi wireless charging and fast charging. They also do not have sensors, so they don't pause if you take them out of your ears. So there are some features they did have to kind of dial it back on. But the fact that under $50, you're getting LDAC playback, You're also getting those dual coaxial drivers. These just aren't normal dynamic drivers being shoved into earbuds. These are really nice drivers that's allowing you to hear detail and feel the bass the way that you are, and be able to just enjoy all of these different genres. And then also getting the ability to connect to more than one device at a time. And then also having a gaming mode comes in very handy if you like to use your earbuds for all different types of media. The app, even though, SoundPEATS app is not one of the best, it is a bare bones type app, but it does allow you to keep these updated, getting those EQ options, getting, the ability to go from LDAC to multi-point and be able to do those different types of things is just a lot being crammed into an earbud that you can pick up right now for only $41. So yeah, this one's an easy one to recommend. SoundPEATS, again, is showing you that you don't have to spend a ton of money to get a lot out of your earbuds. So guys, that wraps up my video on the brand new SoundPEATS Engine 4. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.